Welcome to the JMC Network Newscast. I'm James Clark.
And I'm Laura Benson. Thank you for joining us. ACU students had a chance to experience Rwandan music and dance at a screening of the film Rising from the Ashes, a documentary about the experiences of cycling legend Jacques Boyard, who moved to Rwanda to help a group of struggling genocide survivors pursue their dream of becoming a national cycling team. The event took place in Moody Coliseum this past week. After the documentary, the director of Rising from the Ashes, T.C. Johnson, along with several producers and 2 Rwandan cyclists, answered questions and shared their story with the audience. The ACU Honors College and ACU students from Rwanda organized the event.
Around 200 residents of Abilene gathered on Martin Luther King Jr. Day to celebrate his fight for equality.
It's great to be here today. It's a beautiful day to see so many different people from different parts of the Abilene and the ACU community here to express solidarity for a common cause.
It is representative of what he stood for, what his teachings were, and that we are still progressing and still advocating for the things that he stood for.
Every year, the people from around Abilene remember Dr. King's dream by marching across a bridge named in his honor.
The ACU Theater Department is taking a departure from last semester's more serious themes and is presenting a comedy ironically called Is He Dead? This will be the only comedy the theater production puts on this season. Is He Dead follows Jean-Francois Millet, a non-fictional realist painter from the 19th century who decides to increase the popularity of his paintings by faking his own death and returning in the guise of his widowed sister. Millet will be played by Jacob Alexander, a junior acting major from Amarillo. The production premieres February 7th in Folks Theater. Tickets are available at the theater box office weekdays from 1 to 5 or online at acu.edu/theater.
Several students and faculty members gathered last Saturday to clean up a dump site in Abilene, all to further the Cedar Creek waterway development. The site was full of rusted cars, old trunks, and even a few 8-track tapes.
Well, today we are working on the Cedar Creek waterway, which is a plan that the city has to make a waterway from Lake Kirby on the south side of town all the way up to Lake Fort Phantom. And so these are all volunteers out here doing the work today. We've got about 40 people out here. We've got dumpsters full of tires with rims and stuff for the landfill, and it's been a great little community project. We've been working with this is about the 3rd cleanup that we've had along the Cedar Creek waterway, and we plan to have a few more to help the city along with the project.
The project is designed to promote a more recreational and environmentally friendly Abilene. The groups plan to meet over the next 3 weekends and are asking for volunteers. If you're interested, check out cedarcreekwaterway.org or contact Jim Cook in the Agricultural and Environmental Science Department. With their first season of Division I competition underway, the men and women's basketball team have wrapped up an impressive homestand. To hear about that and other sports-related headlines, let's check in with Sharon Nemorowski at the Sports Desk.
Thanks, James. ACU women's basketball is currently ranked 3rd in the Southland Conference with a 12-8 overall record and a 3-2 record in conference play. The Cats started off a recent 4-game homestand by beating Oral Roberts 70-56 after dominating the second half. Freshman Alexis Mason went off in the game with 18 points and 3 steals. The Wildcats then suffered their first 2 losses in Moody this season, falling to Central Arkansas 67-54 and losing 85-83 to Lamar after the Lady Cardinals hit a late 3 to win the game. The Wildcats ended their homestand with a 73-67 victory against Sam Houston. Sophomore Whitney West tallied 16 points while shooting 50% from the field, which leaves her averaging 12 points per game. ACU track and field posted 15 lifetime bests in their first meet of the season at the Texas A&M Invitational under new head coach Keith Barnier. Senior Ray R. Thomas shares her anticipation for the season ahead, as well as continuing to take on Division I competition.
I think my expectation going into Division I is at a high level because even though we was Division II, we always compete at Division I meets, so this ain't any different going into Division I.
The men's basketball team is back on the road after gaining their first conference win during their 4-game homestand. The Wildcats fell to Oral Roberts 82-59 in the first Division I game played in Moody in 30 years. But ACU rebounded by earning their first conference win this season, beating Central Arkansas 73-72 in a last-second goaltend play by Parker Wentz. The Wildcats picked up their first conference win of the season against Central Arkansas. Freshman Michael Grant had 17 points, while junior guard Julian Edmondson tallied 15. Sophomore Parker Wentz shot 2 free throws to put ACU behind 69-70. Sophomore forward Austin Cook then rebounded his own missed free throw, which allowed Wentz to make 2 free throws off a foul, leaving ACU ahead 71-70. With 12 seconds left to play, the Bears ran an inbounds play and took the lead 72-71. Wentz then traveled the entire floor with 4 seconds left and laid it up. UCA goaltended the shot, leaving Wentz with 21 points and the Wildcats with a 73-72 victory. The Wildcats came off their win to play Lamar with 3 players in double digits, but ACU went scoreless the last minute and a half of the game and fell short 65-57. The team finished their homestand with a 70-51 loss to Sam Houston after struggling to make shots the entire game. This loss leaves the Wildcats 7-13 overall and 1-5 in the Southland Conference. Both Wildcat basketball teams are on the road this week and will return to Moody February 6th against the Houston Baptist Huskies.
Thanks, Shara. ACU men and women's basketball teams played Sam Houston State this past week. The games were broadcast on ESPN3 online, making this the first time the Sports Network has carried an event in Moody Coliseum. ESPN will return to ACU at least once a year as part of the contract with the Southland Conference. Thank you for joining us. I'm Laura Benson.
And I'm James Clark.
For more stories and breaking news, go to acuoptimist.com.